Today we've got a very interesting piece from Squale. Now this is the Super Squale. It's a 38mm vintage inspired dive watch. And if you don't know anything about Squale, brief rundown is it means shark in Italian, and they made dive watch cases for brands such as Doxa, Blancpain, Longines back in the day, and then they pivoted into making dive watches themselves. So now getting into the box, nice fabric box, lift out the lid, and you get a pouchette, very smooth leather. Unbutton that, you get your warranty, your user manuals, pretty standard stuff, and then the watch is in this pouch. And here is the watch right off the bat. It is pretty small, so just a quick rundown of the specs. You have a 38mm case diameter. You've got a 45mm lug to lug, so that's going to work well for a lot of smaller wrists. And your thickness is only 12mm, including the dome sapphire crystal. You've got female end links. That's going to help a lot for wearability on a beads of rice bracelet. And you've also got a very vintage clasp, small and thin, that also they've managed to fit in a diver's extension. And then you have 4 micro adjust holes. That's what the case back looks like. As you can see, I've worn this watch a lot. It's not a watch I thought about buying because I first don't actually like beads of rice bracelets and I don't like faux patina, but somehow this watch, just with its charm, just sold me, and I've just worn the hell out of it. So now this watch features a 120 click bezel as well, and I must say it is one of the best feeling and sounding in my entire collection. You can grip the bezel very easily with that coin edge. Here's what it sounds like. It's just a very nice fit and finish, and there is basically no backplay. You're probably wondering why there's 2 Squale logos on the dial, and this is actually a throwback to when they used to make cases for the other brands, as I mentioned before. They would actually put their logo on the dial at the bottom. So the bottom logo is actually the old logo, and then you also have the new one at the top. Now, some people might think this is too much, it's too busy for the dial, but for me personally, I just think it's a cool touch and it looks good. The one I've got here is the steel on steel variant. There are other colorways. You can have some with like a black bezel or a blue bezel, different faces. But the one I have here is just a very slight sunburst gray dial, which is absolutely just beautiful. It's not too overpowering in your face. It's there when you notice it. You've got, a mixture of brushed and polished surfaces, which is done really well. Your center links are polished. You've got, polishing on the side, polishing just underneath the coin edge. Brushing on the outer links. It's just very nicely done. And if you're wondering, this is what it looks like on wrist. It does feature this faux C3 superluminova, which glows really, really bright, and I'll show you that now. There's still a bit of light in the background, but hopefully that can show you how bright this thing really glows. And it lasts a while too. Now, to close it out, this is a really beautiful watch. However, at 1,220 Swiss francs, it is definitely not cheap. You are getting a brand with real heritage. It is Swiss made, and just the overall very well put together package that feels genuinely really premium in your hands. Thanks for watching.